This drink has a surprising origin story, and by surprising, I mean it was invented in Nazi Germany. Does that mean that Nazis invented Fanta? Well, let's talk about it. It goes without saying that Nazis are bad. Bold takes only on this channel. And Fanta, well, it tastes a bit like a child ate an entire birthday cake themselves, then drew a picture of an orange with 3 eyes, punching me in the face. But what do Nazis have to do with Fanta? Well, heaps, it turns out. Fanta was and is made by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola being a powerhouse of consumerism in America since the 19th century and later on the rest of the world. It made its way over to Europe in the 1920s, and by 1929 it started being bottled in Germany by the German subsidiary of Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola GmbH. In 1933, Coca-Cola Germany was taken over by Max Kite, who some historians say his allegiances were more to the company than to his country. Under his leadership, Coke saw its popularity increase in Germany throughout the 1930s, which included when Germany was under Nazi rule. And during the time that Hitler was invading Poland in 1939, and Norway, Belgium, and the Netherlands, and Luxembourg, and France in 1940, and Yugoslavia and Greece in 1941. Coca-Cola from America continued to supply its subsidiaries around the world at this time, and this included in Nazi Germany. The syrup for Coca-Cola, the recipe, is secret, and it is produced in America, and at that time it was then exported to all of the Coca-Cola subsidiaries around the world. And during this time, Coca-Cola continued to be an extremely popular drink in Germany. This all stopped on the 7th of December in 1941, where Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, bringing the USA into World War II. Due to laws, that meant that American businesses had to cease all interaction with businesses operating within the enemy's countries, which meant that Coca-Cola had to cut itself off from Coca-Cola Germany during this time, meaning that Coca-Cola in America could no longer supply the syrup to make Coca-Cola to Coca-Cola in Germany. This meant that Coca-Cola Germany could no longer make Coca-Cola, which for Max Kite was a problem. Let's put it in perspective for a moment though, in terms of the things that were happening in the world, especially towards certain people. This is not a big problem at all, but for a capitalist trying to keep their company afloat, it was. Ingredients were already pretty scarce, so making a new drink was going to be challenging. Kite cobbled together from a series of leftovers a new fruity drink. He used fruit pulp and fruit peelings left over from other industry processes. He used whey left over from the cheese making process and beet sugar to make a fruity flavored drink. It was called Fanta. Fanta coming from the German word for fantastic, fantastisch, which became very popular in Germany, where there were very few alternatives. It was even used as a sugar alternative, used for baking and things due to wartime rationing. This just helped to solidify the brand in Germany. Eventually the war ended. Fanta had saved Coke in Germany, and Fanta was then introduced to Europe and the rest of the world. Its formula was changed. It started out as an orange flavored drink and later on was given all sorts of strange fruity flavors that are kind of reminiscent of that weird flavored cough syrup that you remember from your childhood. That's to say, it's not great, in my opinion. And that's how we've ended up with Fanta. It was born out of Nazi Germany because they couldn't get the ingredients to make Coke. And whilst the head of Coca-Cola at the time Kite probably wasn't a Nazi. He was certainly a Nazi collaborator because you had to be a Nazi collaborator to do business in Germany at that point in time. And Coca-Cola International was so impressed with Kite's efforts to keep Coca-Cola in Germany afloat during World War II that they eventually went on to instate him as the head of Coca-Cola in Europe. And at the end of the day, we can say that Fanta was not made by Nazis, but it was certainly made because of Nazis. So what are the implications of this? If you're unlike me and actually enjoy this drink, should you feel guilty about it? Well, no, I don't think so. War is a really unusual time, and technology and our understanding of the world develops extremely quickly, faster than almost any other time. During World War I and World War II, the speed at which technology developed was like nothing we've ever seen before, save maybe for the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Countries were pouring huge amount of resources into developing their science and technology to fighting the war effort. And we benefit from this now. The technology that was developed during wartime has then gone on and is a part of our everyday lives now. And I'm not sure if that's pretty cool. We're getting into opinion territory here, but I think it's complex. On one hand, I think it's amazing that humans can come together when they need to and when there is adequate motivation to develop science, technology to help us to overcome obstacles. But on the other hand, it takes a catastrophic event like World War to motivate us sometimes in order to develop this science and technology to overcome those obstacles. And I think that's tragic. That humans, when given motivation, can overcome significant obstacles. We can pool our resources, we can develop our understanding of the world and how things work faster, we can develop technology, but at what cost? Does it cost millions of people dying? Personally, I'd like us to be able to press on and solve the most significant problems we're facing now without needless death. I'd like us to be able to come together, pool our resources and understandings, develop technology and ways forward without there having to be an immediate crisis motivating us. That's a bit of a different place to end the video, but I am going to end the video there. My hope, I suppose, is that humans will be able to overcome the biggest challenges that we face without those challenges becoming imminent or immediate crises. Thank you for watching this video. Enjoy Fanta if you like it, and make sure you're subscribed to That's Pretty Cool for more videos about interesting things and the often untold stories about things in our everyday lives. I appreciate you coming to join me. Stay curious, take care, and I'll see you next time. Oh gosh, why do I keep drinking it?